So welcome everybody this morning. My name is Mark Burstein, your host for Internet Mastery Phase 3 Follow-Up. This is our fourth session in our Internet Mastery series, and we will have one more next week. The audio compliance here on the left-hand side, you guys can listen in on your system speakers or you can dial in. System speakers are fine. With the large amount of attendees that we have, we're not going to be having a question-answer session live on the webinar, but we do have a forum for your questions to be answered. We'll go over that here in a second. So the goals for the presentation today is for you guys to gain a greater understanding of our technology and get some strategies to be successful. Now, this isn't really a sales presentation because most of you should already be clients of Property Minder. So the purpose here is just to give you guys some strategies so you can leverage our systems to be successful. Now, I've used these systems in my personal real estate business for the past 8 years, and I have had success in leveraging the internet and our tools to work with my clients and help me generate more transactions. And I'm here with you today to share some of those strategies and techniques with you. Okay. So if you do have questions or concerns, or if you have some feedback for me, you can feel free to email me, mark@bursteingroup.com, and I will be very happy to address any questions or concerns that you may have. You can also connect with us on Facebook, and there's a discussions forum there that I frequent and respond to questions and concerns. So probably a good idea might be, if you have Outlook on your computer, maybe open up an Outlook window, type in my email address into a send message, and if you have questions that arise throughout the presentation, just write them down, and at the end of the presentation, click send. And hopefully by the end of the day today, I will be happy to respond and get back to all of you. Now, as I mentioned before, I am also a full-time real estate agent. So after my webinar here today, I have a client meeting and writing offers and doing all those fun things that we do as real estate professionals. But I will make a diligent effort to answer any questions or concerns you might have today, or at the very latest tomorrow. All right? So the 3 phases of Internet Mastery, what we've been discussing here during the month of February, have to do with leveraging the Internet to actually get business and close transactions. And there's 3 phases. We have number 1, driving traffic, how to get people to come to your website; generate leads, how to use the tools on your website to capture information from the people that come in; and then follow up. How do we follow up with those leads that are generated so we can get appointments, so we can get clients, so we can get buyers and listings? So today we're going to be focusing mostly on follow-up. So this is where we are today. We're going to have one more session next week, folks, and be mindful that normally we have been doing these on Tuesdays, but next week's session, the concluding session for Internet Mastery, is going to be on Monday at 10 a.m. Monday, February 28th at 10 a.m. So today we're going to talk about the systems that we have to follow up with clients that are generated from your Acceleragent website, and quite frankly, clients that may be generated outside from when you're working with open houses, or if you're doing any door knocking and you're adding people to your database. How to leverage the follow-up systems on your Acceleragent website to maintain contact with your prospects. The beautiful thing about leveraging these types of systems is automation. We set up some campaigns initially. That may take a little bit of time, but once everything's set up, as we meet new people, we can just plug them into our campaigns on our website and let the tools on the website maintain contact with your prospects. Now, if you only have 2 or 3 prospects, well, it's kind of easy to track. You don't really need systems to follow up with 2 or 3 people. But as real estate agents in today's marketplace, if you only have 2 or 3 prospects at any given time, it's going to be really tough to make a living. So with the systems that we have in place here at your Property Minder, we want to be able to maintain contact with hundreds of prospects at all times. That way, our pipeline is nice and full. We can pick and choose the clients that we're working with. Makes real estate kind of fun. All right? So we're going to talk today about some of those strategies that we have, that I've used in my business. We're going to talk about where everything is located in your toolkit. We're going to talk about the autoresponders. when people leave their contact information, okay, what happens? The system does send out some autoresponders. We need to make sure those are set up properly. And then the client relationship management phase or facet of your Acceleragent website, right? How to send messages to groups of people, and then how to set up and how to leverage the follow-up campaigns, the annual campaigns, and the drip campaigns. Now, in your Acceleragent toolkit, when you open it up, should be very familiar to some of you who've been with us for a while. The newbies, you're going to get familiar with this page. This is your Realtor Toolkit. This is where the magic happens in your Acceleragent website. And today, what we're going to be talking about, there's going to be some items in the website editor for follow-up campaigns and the autoresponders, as well as in your client relationship management interface. And then also in the MLS searches, there's several follow-up systems there as well, and we're going to be talking mostly about those next week. But this week, we're going to be focusing mostly here in the website editor and in the client relationship management section of your Acceleragent toolkit. Now, when we talk about lead capture, we talk about follow-up. Now, the first thing when people engage our websites is this lovely welcome box. Okay, this is a special promotion box that is administered in your website editor under special promotion. Easy enough, right? When you open up the special promotion section, you're greeted with this page here. Now, this special promotion box can be fully editable. So if you have any kind of special campaign that you want to run, or you have a special promotion, or you want to hand out some vouchers or certificates, this is a great place to do it. Okay, this box will come up when any new user comes to the website. If a registered user comes to your website, by the way, this box will not appear. If the sites do use cookies and things of that nature, so if someone's already been to the site, this box is not going to appear. It's very important to know that. So if we're trying to drive people we already know, people already in our database that are already registered users on our websites, if you're running a special promotion for those people, this is not the place to do it. This is the place to enhance or engage with brand new website visitors. Okay? So you have a couple of choices here. There's a capture form mode, which is what I use. It asks people to enter their names and their email addresses. And it's pretty non-threatening, and it can be closed, and people can still engage your website. They don't have to engage this box if they don't want to. Okay? There's a simple mode, which just has this OK button, and what that does is it automatically generates an email from them to you. Personally, I don't quite care for that interface because people may be engaging your website from a third-party computer. They may not have an email client on there. And B, this way, when you do it in the capture form mode, people know they're inputting their name and their email address, and they're expecting a response. The other way, people may just be clicking OK to close the box and may not know that you just stole their email address. So it's up to you. We have the tools. Your business is your business. You run it how you want. Just simple my 2 cents on the matter. And also, if you don't want to use this box, you don't want the special promotion box, you can, of course, disable it and not have it a part of your website. Okay? Once a lead inputs their information here, they get an opportunity or they get an email from you. And it's the welcome email message that comes up. All right. So some ideas for this box, you can leave it generic and just say, hey, click here to be a registered user on my website. As a registered user, there are certain benefits. They get to see sometimes pending and sold data if it's available in your MLS, as well as a few other lead capture tools on your toolkit that they get automatic access to when they're interfacing with your website with regards to special reports and things of that nature. You can also use it to offer an item of value, like a certificate or a coupon. All right, click here, input your information for and we'll send you a free certificate for an appraisal, or we'll send you a free certificate for a free termite inspection when you buy a home, or any other discounts or other special promotions. And before you get too crazy on me thinking about, hey, why am I going to be spending all this money compensating people for appraisals and inspections? Guys, remember, this is your program. This is your certificate. You write on it what you will. I would personally recommend, if you're going to offer a free appraisal, to have the welcome message of the appraisal certificate say, hey, Thank you for registering on my website. This certificate entitles you to a free refund of your appraisal when you close your transaction with Mark Burstein of the Burstein Group. So yeah, when they close escrow with me, which means I'm making money, I'm making my commission, I may be willing to compensate their appraisal fee or their inspection fee or whatever. It's just an enticement, an advertisement, if you will, to grow your database, to grow your market base. Okay? So on the welcome email message, this is the place where you can express your program. So if you are doing a generic, a fairly generic ad in the special promotion box, you can just say, hey, thank you for registering on my website. Don't worry, I'm not going to bug you too much, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Or if you are offering a free appraisal or a free certificate for a termite inspection, this is where you can create your certificate. And the system automatically emails it out to them, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay? Another great idea that one of our clients had is he was an avid coffee drinker, liked to hang out at the local coffee shop. So if you register on his website, he'd give you a free ticket to a cup of coffee if you came and visited with him during his stay at the coffee shop. So great for farming. Now, if you're farming a specific geographic area, like for example, one of the areas that I focus on is kind of the Willow Glen, Cambrian area of San Jose. There's a lovely Starbucks at that one of the corners there in Kirtner and Lee, and I may choose to send out an invitation to people come to my website that are from that area and let them know that, hey, I'm at Starbucks every Monday from 10 a.m. to noon. If you come by, say hi, I'll buy you a free cup of coffee. Please be sure to register here in order to claim your free coffee certificate. And the coffee certificate's going to say, hey, in order to get your free cup of coffee, you have to see me personally at the Starbucks. That's where I'll be, and I'll be there from time A to time B. And it's a great way for you guys to meet new people. So when we're generating our auto-response and auto-response strategy in general, we want to make sure that your autoresponder is relevant to the customer request. So in the special promotions box, it's fairly generic, but if you are running a special promotion like a free appraisal or free termite inspection or home inspection, whatever, you want to make sure that that's where your coupon is in the autoresponder that comes out. Okay? You want to establish your rules. So are you going to be calling them? When do you schedule appointments? Do you require an agreement? Maybe some things you want to think about when you are setting up your auto-response strategy. And of course, always ask for feedback, and it's never too early to ask for referrals. So be sure to have a little statement maybe at the end of your certificate or at the end of your auto-response that does do exactly that. Ask for referrals or let people know that, hey, you welcome their referrals, or if they have a friend that wants a cup of coffee too, they can bring them as well. Okay? So another place where we have, and some of this kind of overlapping from our previous lead generation session, is in the button section of your website editor here. This is where you administer all the links on the front of your website. And when you're creating your custom lead capture forms to run any kind of other special promotions that you're running, this is where you also have the ability to create an autoresponder.